Hello wonderful people! Today I have a video for you that is again a bit different. Well, it's not a sketchbook review that I'm going to do here, but you can see me unwrap this watercolor sketchbook by Fabriano, which is made from cellulose watercolor paper, and I've used it for a very special project that is going on. There is a group of artists and we decided to exchange the sketchbooks. So everyone picks a sketchbook, starts with one painting, and then we will send it to the others one by one, and it's going to be filled with artworks by so many wonderful artists. I'm very excited about this, and this is how I'm starting and preparing my own, which is going on the way soon. Yeah. By the time this video is going to be updated, it probably has arrived already at its first destination. With the consent of my fellow artists, I will try and record the paintings that I make in the sketchbooks of others too, but I will not show the artworks of others because I would need permission for that, of course. Though I will link all the artists down in the description box if they have channels, Instagram accounts, or other social media or sites where they show their art, so you can take a look at their artworks too. So I'm very excited about this, and we have artists from that use mostly watercolor, but some use gouache and inks. Everyone has a different style and different preferences. Some make fun illustrations, others make amazing realistic botanical art, some do landscapes, and it's just such a huge mix of different styles and preferences that it's going to be just wonderful. I know some prefer a certain style for themselves, as do I, but it's just so exciting for me to see what others will create, what others will come up with, what it's going to be filled. The rules are that we are filling the sketchbooks by painting a spread. We are supposed, or we are allowed, to use it as we would do with our own sketchbooks. It means that we can take notes, we can be messy, we can experiment and just have fun with the sketchbooks that we receive. Yeah, so when I started this, I thought about what would I like? What would I start my sketchbook with? And this is a new sketchbook. I've never tried this before, so I wanted to experiment. I wanted to see how the paper reacts, what the paper does, and how I can work with it. I also wanted to paint something that really inspires me, and as you know, I have a frog face right now, but I do also paint birds. So, driving once, I have seen it probably wasn't a stork. Is the name in English? Yeah, well, I think I saw one, but it might have been a different kind of bird. It was on the autobahn, it was fast, I don't know. So I've seen a big one of these big white birds, and I thought that would be great to paint. So that is what I did. I painted one of them. I looked up several reference photos. I liked how this one puts the beak and the feathers and is all like a little bit dirty and like almost natural. I painted it with Schminke watercolors, and then I thought the page still looks a bit empty, so what should I fill it with? And of course, I had to fill it with a frog. Everyone in this community knows that I'm currently very obsessed with frogs. Like, it's a serious obsession. Not that I own frogs or have major contact with frogs, but I just like to paint them. I'm not sure why. I don't know. It's just an obsession. And painting all the frogs on the wooden pieces, which I have still to paint some because my colleagues are in love with them, and I gifted all of them to my colleagues or some people on the internet too, because yeah, I like you. Well, so I have painted this frog using gouache, and I think it might have been the gouache by Nevskaya Palitra, which is the company that also creates the white matte watercolors. I have bought it a year, maybe 2 ago, and haven't used it a lot until recently when I started painting with gouache on the wooden pieces, but I really like it. They use fugitive pigments in the colors too, which is a little bit of a bummer, but it's not as a huge problem when you use it in Sketchbook, because it won't be it won't be words. There won't be enough light to influence the colors which are inside the sketchbook. I'm sorry. I had some comments recently making fun of my accent, and I think the lack of vocabulary that I sometimes have to explain something I want to explain is far more worse than my accent is, probably. So I'm really sorry for that, but I think I get the point across maybe. So using the gouache for that was really fun, and I actually haven't used gouache a lot on paper so far. There are a few pieces, but yeah, I should do that. By the way, I also have bought black watercolor paper, which is cotton, and I need to try that with gouache one day. So, but it's something for another video. So there I am painting the frog, and it's fun and I love it, and I add all the little details with that. I also use some new brushes that I got, which are actually for school kids, I believe. They're made by Da Vinci, and they have these weird neon green handles. Yeah, I wanted to try them, and I want to try them thoroughly because before I have an opinion on them. Friends and family sometimes ask me what to get for their kids who are like in their teens and want to use decent products and that aren't supposed to be like very expensive but still work well. And this is something I just trying out before I can recommend something. Yeah, back to the sketchbook. So the sketchbook has a really nice texture. It's you can see it in the scan in the end too. It did warp with a heavier wash of water that I've added in the end. It also, I'm not sure, it's a cellulose paper and it behaves differently from cotton paper, but it was decent enough to paint with it. I'm very curious what my fellow artists who will receive the sketchbook think about it. I thought it was nice to paint. It's a little bit thin, but I think I have like a specific taste of paper that I like. Like I prefer a certain kind of paper when I paint. So this was not perfect, but it wasn't bad at all. Here you can see the finished page. Here you can see the finished page with the painting, with the wash in the background, and some notes that I've added for my friends to see, the date when I have created this. And I'm really curious what others will make, what when I will receive the other sketchbooks, what my frog face would do. Maybe I will paint something different. I don't know. Yeah, I'm very curious what will happen next, and I want to share this with you, and I want us all to have fun and be creative. I hope you stay safe in these crazy times. Yeah, take care. Have a wonderful day. I hope to see you soon. Bye!